brought to you by JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. When planning your next getaway, trust Joe Leo and his staff to make the most of your budget and design the perfect getaway. They specialize in cruises, all-inclusive resort, destination weddings, and much, much more. JBL Travel Group is only one phone call away, so give them a call at 732-831-5200. Doesn't cost you any extra, so why wouldn't you? Goaltending Services, GTS Charters in Key West, Florida. They offer unique, private, custom charters you can choose from: 4-hour, 6-hour, half-day, or even full-day excursions. Plus, they will provide you with all the amenities that you need while out on the water. But before you get on the boat, make sure you visit GTS Outfitters. GTS Outfitters is Goaltending Services retail store. They have everything you're going to need for your day out on the water. You can grab drinks, snacks, as well as get your GTS merchandise and souvenirs from local Key West artists. GTS Outfitters is located above the Hurricane Hole restaurant at the dock. For more information about charters or the Outfitter store, give them a call at 305-916-0990. Also brought to you by Party Dog Entertainment. Party Dog Entertainment is B-Dawg and Lou's event DJ service. They offer a customized DJ experience. They will work with you to create a custom playlist for your event, regardless if you have a graduation, a wedding, birthday party. It doesn't matter what the occasion. B-Dawg and Lou will create the perfect playlist for your event. B-Dawg and Lou are always the life of the party and will make sure that your group stays engaged and has a great time. Party Dog Entertainment is located in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but B-Dawg and Lou will travel to your event within a reasonable distance. For more information, give them a call, 423-847-2454, or email at partydogentertainment@gmail.com. Party Dog Entertainment, it's a howling good time. Tropical Country is broadcasting live on TikiManRadio.com, the free Tiki Man Radio app, and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of the MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. MFG Records, music for grown-ups.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day!
Going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah, welcome to the show. It's Wednesday night, and it's time for Tropical Country right here on Tiki Man Radio, which, of course, hey, there we go. There we go. There we go.
right there I am. How about that? You got to remember to flip the switch. Of course, Tropical Country, your original home for country music on Coastal Radio. Of course, I am B-Dawg, and she is Lou. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right.
Hi, y'all. I was working on getting the link here so that I can post it on our social media.
I got you.
Hey, y'all. I just logged into the chat. I want to give a big shout out to Mary Jane Look.
Well, hello, Mary Jane.
We miss you. Nice to see you on the chat.
Yeah.
And Moni is out there.
Well, hello, Moni.
Hello to the ambassador.
You said Moni.
Oh, yeah. Vacuum cleaner Tom. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we got to give that vacuum cleaner salute to Tom out there. He's always a-working.
Well, Moni says she's not going to be able to chat. She's busy tonight, too. But have a great show. She's going to be listening. So,
well, as long as you're tuned in, we're okay.
That's right. And hello to the ambassador.
The ambassador of all great things, Ms. Michelle Myers. And, of course, I informed her that I accepted her invite. So I will be getting my registration in, and we're going to do this thing. So.
And what are you doing?
I am going to join her over in Memphis for the St. Jude's 10K. So
nice.
So
I love it.
We're going to go do that.
I love it.
Hopefully, I don't regret it. Heck, 10K is nothing anymore.
Right?
Well, it depends. Because the last couple of days
depends on
here,
how fast you walk.
The last couple of days here has also been extremely humid.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been rough to get that far. So
yeah. Well, hello also to Mr. Kevin. Look, we didn't forget
hello,
you,
Kevin. He's a hard-working man too.
He is. Also, give a big shout out to Maureen.
Hey,
hello
Mo.
to you
And the Mystery Man.
and the mystery man. Manalo is out there tonight.
Of course,
hello
hey,
to
Manalo.
you.
And of course, we have new music that we're debuting tonight. Of course, it is a new song with him and Mark Mulch. So we are excited to get that on the air tonight. And we have a lot of new music. We have new music from Robin Tricker that got sent over to us, as well as brand new music from Jason Acey. And that's just to name a few. We got a ton of new music, and we're going to have a great time tonight talking to you. Hopefully, if you are listening out there, welcome. If you are over here on the YouTube, welcome as well. But if you're over there and you're like, what's this YouTube thing? Well, come over to the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, and you can watch us live here in studio, courtesy of the MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. Make sure you like and subscribe. Jump in that live chat. Say hello. We'll say hello back, and then you can get in all the great conversation. And a lot of times that conversation really steers the direction of the show, because it's an unscripted show, unscripted. And we just never know where it's going to go. And sometimes it goes off the rails really quick. So,
well, I also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Mark Mulch. We mentioned their new song tonight.
Absolutely.
These two make a hell of a pair.
They do.
They're so good together. So hello to you. And he is actually up northeast, doing a songwriter showcase tonight. It's his own.
So very nice.
Yeah, so he is up there.
Well, thanks for checking in with us.
Yeah. Also, let me see. You know how I am. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Debbie
Debevic. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Debbie.
Every time I say your name, Debbie, I get corrected. So this time I just waited.
Well, and she relies on me, who is famous for butchering names, to try to correct her. So let's see how that works sometimes.
That's right. Well, you still correct me, so I just figure I'll let you butcher it.
Sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't.
Somebody can correct you. Well, I just want to do a little bit of a shameless plug.
Oh, right.
So for those of you who are a member of the TRMA, the nominations are out. So if you would go to their website, take a look at not only Tropical Country, but all of the Tiki Man Radio shows that are nominated. We all work really hard here at Tiki Man Radio. So, again, we don't want you to pay to join just for that. But if you're already a member, check out all of the nominations and cast your votes.
And also go out there and vote for your favorite Coastal Americana and Trop Rock artist. And
that's right.
For they got all kinds of different categories, and they got songs and male and female categories. So make sure you go out there and vote.
Yep.
And like I said, while you do that, keep us in consideration. So,
Absolutely.
There, that was our shameless plug.
That was our shameless plug.
We could beg, but
And the ambassador
I don't look pretty begging.
Well, it depends.
Let's not go there. Not yet. A little early to be going off those rails.
A little early. Also want to be... Michelle, you just almost confused me again. She said, hi there.
That's not hard.
I know. She said, hi there, James. And I always forget that's Manalo. So I was scrolling back through like, okay, James commented. I need to say hi to him.
Yeah, she uses his government name.
Yeah.
So, that confuses people right there.
It does.
He's like, well, so much for being in the witness protection program. She keeps telling everybody where I'm at.
Right? Well, I think that is all of the shout-outs for right now.
Wow.
There's usually more that pops up, so when they pop up, I will say hello.
All righty. Well, we did, in fact, make it back from the beach.
Yes.
We had people confused because they're like, when did you go to the beach?
Well,
you just never know where we're going to end up. We started out on our romantic getaway to the beautiful city of Mobile, Alabama.
Listen, so we didn't get a chance to go back and see it, but there was a whole section in Mobile that at night they closed because it's all a bunch of one-way streets, kind of reminded me of Pittsburgh, but they closed a bunch of the one-way streets, and it just kind of became this whole neighborhood of bars and people were kind of walking up and down the street, and you could hear music going, and it was really, really cool. I wish we would have had the time to go back down there the next night, because we just kind of drove through on our way.
Yeah.
But we didn't get a chance to go back down there, so it was really neat. I would really like to spend some more time there, I think. Yeah,
we ended up, we went to the Battlefield Park there in Mobile.
Oh, it was amazing.
To take a big tour. It's the home of the USS Alabama, which is a World War II battleship, as well as the USS Drum, which is a submarine. And
we thought of you, Michelle.
Yeah.
The logo for the USS Drum is an octopus playing drums.
Yes.
And so we thought of you while we were there.
That was the cool. Yeah, we thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So. But, we didn't realize when we got down there is so much to see inside and outside.
And it didn't look like it. When we pulled up, we thought, we'll be here 2 or 3 hours.
We were
6 hours later.
There 6 hours.
And didn't see everything.
And we didn't see everything.
Yeah.
So it takes time when you're crawling from top to bottom of a battleship.
Yeah.
And inside and out. And when I say inside and out, you want to talk about full access. You could go everywhere from the bridge clear down to the engine room, and you could even crawl inside the turrets.
Yes.
And to see how the teams would work to load the big cannons. Yeah.
Was that the turret that he was in?
That was one of them.
Okay. Yeah. So there was this gentleman who actually served on a battleship that
similar to that,
he said it was constructed the same year as the Alabama. So
they'd call that a sister ship.
Okay. So he was in there in one of the turrets, and he was explaining how they would hand the shells up to the projectiles up through the floor and, a couple stories. And and he was just describing everything and how it would work
in great detail.
And that was my favorite part of the whole day, because we sat there for probably a half an hour listening to him.
Yeah.
And he was so informational, and it was so neat. He was in his uniform. And it was just really cool to listen to somebody who was there and who used these ships, because we had been talking. There was up on the deck, there were the guns. I don't know all the terms, you do, but there was the guns, and we had been talking about, if you had all these planes flying over top of you, and you're sitting there like
out in the
open trying to shoot down these planes. And this was a gentleman who was actually there.
Well, that gentleman, I'm going to guess by his age, he was not a World War II.
No, I think
veteran.
he was Vietnam.
I would say, if anything, maybe Korea.
Oh, yeah.
That era.
Yeah.
To be able still working the.
That's true. He did say Korea.
The battleships like very, very
Right.
manually, like they did in those World War II eras. I'm going to guess he was probably, Korea
I
era.
want to say he did end up saying Korea.
Yeah. So, because by the time Vietnam came, those ships were heavily, still did some manual stuff, but a lot of it was automated.
Yeah.
So, but for the how he described the stuff,
That's nothing automated.
Those World War II ships were still in service in Korea. I'm sure they were still. Maybe some of them was called back in service in Vietnam, and he may have been. But I was thinking during
I
the
think you're right. I think I heard him say
said he was in Korea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, but very interesting.
Just somebody who was, even though he wasn't in the World War II, he was on a ship like that,
did all the same stuff. In a wartime environment.
Yes. I mean, he was just so fascinating to listen to. And one of the things that he said is they had to go sometimes, and it's things you don't think about. They had a very limited water supply. They had been out, the guys on the Alabama had been out on the ship for a long time. And they used that water for everything, cooking and bathing, and some of the repairs that needed done to the ship. They used it.
And cooling the guns.
And so when they were in battle, they would run out. They couldn't use the water for bathing because they needed it to cool the guns so that they could use them. And so they would go like sometimes 14 days without being able to shower.
Your job is inside a turret of a big gun on a battleship,
and the turret is this little metal circle thing.
It's tight
with a door.
So surprisingly in there they would have normally 5 people.
Yeah, I can't imagine fitting
in that little area. And he said, of course, it's sealed up, and. He said it wouldn't be surprised get up to about 160 degrees.
Yeah.
And he said you would sweat so bad that you look like that you jumped in the ocean.
Yeah.
Soaking wet, and all sweat, and not being able to take a shower for a couple weeks on a battleship with,
full of men,
with a couple thousand guys.
Yeah.
That place had to be pretty ripe.
Oh, I can't imagine.
So,
but it was interesting. Yeah, that's nasty. But it was interesting hearing his perspective, about like the water.
Yes.
Who would have? That's something that I'd never considered. Just those little sacrifices that they had to make. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not being able to shower is not a big deal. But that's one more thing that they sacrifice. So
that's just another thing that adds to that generation.
Yes.
Our grandparents and everything that, why they're often called the greatest generation, because they fought evil with the greatest of sacrifice.
Yep.
And, little discomforts like that, they did not stop them. So
now you know why they don't like to listen to us whine.
Yeah. And I'm also convinced now that I will not, and I'm glad I did not. I was in the Marines, but thank God I did not go in the Navy,
right?
And end up on a submarine.
Oh, that sub was really, it was tight quarters.
It was tight quarters.
But it was really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they, when we went through the sub, we weren't in there long because by then I had already had my fill of confined spaces, but we did go down in there and it was neat. And I have to tell you this in front of people. It was really cool because, you know, you were in the Marine Corps, you went over to the Persian Gulf, you were in Desert Storm, and we don't think about it a lot, but the Marines were transported by the Navy to go over there. So you were on a ship for quite a while, and it was neat to hear you tell your stories and teach me about the ship and different things, and to see the kind of bunks that you slept in and all those different things. And I really did get not that I didn't respect you before.
What do you think?
I know I guess it's my turn to put my foot in my mouth, but.
So what are you going to buy me?
Well, let me think. But yeah, so it gave me even a greater respect for you. So it was really cool and for me, I can't imagine being in that situation, but to see your face, I don't know if light up is really the right word, but you were so at home on that ship. It was just amazing to me. So
I was kind of back in my element.
You were back in your element,
as they would say, because you're right. I did spend a good bit of time on a ship.
Yeah, and you had told me stories before, but being on the ship, and it was funny too because you got to go into, what do they call it? Something country.
Oh, well, you know, the ship is always, you know, kind of, you know, separated, segregated, however you want to report. But, you know, the enlisted men were in one area, and then the officer country, that's what it was. That was completely different. You know, you go down, you saw the mess hall, an area where all the enlisted guys would eat. And then you'd go and you'd see the nice comforts and everything that the officers would have. And, you know, well, we're having what is resembled a hamburger. They're over here having surf and turf, you know.
Literally,
the officers, especially on a naval ship, they get treated pretty good. And so, you know.
Yeah, it was funny because we would walk through.
You got to see the differences in lifestyle on a ship, that, you know, the conveniences and the luxuries that officers have.
Yes.
Via enlisted.
Yes.
But when you look at them, you're like, really, you put it all together, it's like, yeah, they got good food, but their environment still wasn't that great.
It still sucked, but
it was better than what all the enlisted guys.
It was better than yours, yeah. you know, they had the nice
wooden... They weren't sleeping with four guys stacked on top of each other.
They had the nice wooden bunk beds where, you know, built-in bunks, where you had the metal frame with a spring hanging from a chain. You know? So... yeah, it was interesting when we were going through there, and you were just like, really? They got this? Seriously? So it was kind of funny.
Yeah. So, you know, the one thing about laying in a rack that's on a chain, because when the boat rocks, so do you.
Right? Just a swing.
You thought I was joking when I told you that there was some nights where we literally seat belted ourselves into our bunks. Now you understand why.
And I thought that so you didn't fall off the side. I didn't realize that it was just hanging in the middle of the room, and you could go off any side, you know. So yeah, it was just really cool. And they had a lot of memorabilia and actual artifacts on the ship, and it was really cool. There were some parts of it where they said these were items that were actually left on the ship. Yeah. And sat in the ship graveyard for years until it was towed here to be used for this purpose. So
that was the coolest thing, because we were standing there looking at, you know, initially, because, you know, sometimes they replicate stuff to hang on the walls and stuff. And I'm looking at those, I'm like, because there was there were several all across the ship, you know, 1944, 1945 pinup calendars. You know, and it turns out that some of them were the legit real deal that was just left on the ship, and they just left them where they hung for the museum. So, you know, when you look at them, those were the real 1940s pinup girls. So, and I can understand, you know, a sailor out there a long, long time out in the sea, how those ladies would bring a lot of comfort.
Right.
I really do.
I bet you do. But yeah, it was very, very interesting. So if anybody has a chance to go to Mobile or Fort, what was the suburb name? Danny was saying it.
Spanish Fort.
Yeah. In that area, and go see the USS Alabama. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
And then they had planes from Vietnam and all kinds of different aircraft.
They had aircraft from all different decades. We even got to see Ronald Reagan's Marine II, which would have been the helicopter.
Yeah.
So they had it on display there. So, like I said, a lot of different if you were an aircraft or an aviator, they had Coast Guard. They had Coast Guard planes there.
They had every branch, and they had a Vietnam memorial. A 9/11 memorial.
A
Korean War memorial.
Yeah, they got all kinds of memorials. Yeah. And if you've never got to ever see one up close, they had a legit B-52 bomber.
Yeah.
Super Fortress.
Yeah.
Sitting out there in the parking lot that you could walk all the way around it. And I was shocked, they had a stealth fighter sitting there.
Which is your generation.
In the parking lot. And, of course, you know, everybody loves, you know, the Tomcats from, you know, Top Gun. They had a Tomcat sitting in the parking lot that you could walk around and see as well. So,
and I got to see and learn something about your grandpa.
Yeah.
So tell everybody about your grandpa.
Well, inside they also had, I believe it's a B-25 bomber, which was smaller version, and some of those, you know, if you look, they always had, you know, there was a nose gunner, there was a tail gunner, and some of those had the turrets underneath what they called the belly gunner. So it was just like a little rotating ball that was suspended underneath the plane, and a person had to be very, very small to fit in those tight spaces. And I learned when it was actually after my granddad on my dad's side passed away, when you started going through a lot of his stuff, because he didn't talk about, I knew he was a Marine, didn't know anything about what he did. He was a World War II veteran, but after he passed, we come to find out that he was actually a part of the Marine Air Corps.
Wow.
And his job was, he was the belly gunner on one of them bombers.
So he hung underneath the plane
because he was just a little guy.
And was shooting.
And he hung underneath the plane. And because we found all the stuff that taught him how to identify planes and everything.
Wow.
So you know, he had a pretty cool, dangerous job. It was one of the most dangerous jobs, being in part of the enlisted flight crews there in World War II. So it was kind of cool to find out that he did that. And I mean, I'm disappointed at the fact that he never talked about it when he, you know, when I was
Can you imagine the stories?
But, you know, but looking back and
but maybe he couldn't.
You know, seeing the stories through the things that he kept, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah. So.
And a lot of those guys, I mean, it wasn't like today where you're off, you know, 3 miles from your target. I mean, these guys were up close and personal and face to face, and a lot of them don't want to talk about it.
That's right. So anyway, that was our exciting. The first that was actually
the first part,
the morning of the first because we make the most out of the limited time that we have.
That's right.
So, but we'll talk about the rest of it. But first up, how about new music coming off that album from Aaron Shearer's just released? How about a beer can song right here on Tropical Country?
Sounds like the end of a 40-hour week that couldn't come fast enough for a weekend down in Pensacola Beach. When you know you're about to crank it up, it'll kick off a boys' night right like a good time green light. The soon as you hear it, you can't help but smile. Let it all go for a little while. And it sounds like a party just getting started. Everybody knows it's on. Soon as you hear it, your worries disappearing, your troubles start getting long gone. It's a universal language that says it all without saying. It's the pop and the fizz before the first sip. You know what it is, and it goes like. It's the sound heard all around the world that we could use a lot more of, yeah. Kick back, take a deep breath, come on and raise one up. Cause it sounds like a party just getting started. Everybody knows it's on. Soon as you hear it, your worries disappearing, your troubles start getting long gone. It's a universal language that says it all without saying. It's the pop and the fizz before the first sip. You know what it is, and it goes like. Yeah, it sounds like a party just getting started. Everybody knows it's on. As soon as you hear it, your worries disappearing, your troubles start getting long gone. It's a universal language that says it all without saying. It's the pop and the fizz before the first sip. You know what it is, and it goes like. Yeah, you know what it is, and it goes like.
It's Joe Leo from the JBL Travel Group, and I got to tell you, whether I'm in my office or out on a cruise or somewhere around the country escorting a group at an all-inclusive resort, I always make sure that on Wednesday night I tune into Tropical Country on Tiki Man Radio.
This island holds a special place in my heart. Somewhere I can go and make a brand new start. We could escape down by the water. It's you and I in the salty air, soaking up these sunrise vibes. With you here by my side, staring at the light of a brand new day. Cup of coffee in my hand, sitting in the sand. These are the days that I hold strong, running on these sunrise vibes all day long. It's a beautiful day hanging by the ocean. Rhythm of the waves is my devotion. Those swaying palm trees painting up the sky, they hold me up and slow me down, soaking up these sunrise vibes. With you here by my side, staring at the light of a brand new day. A cup of coffee in my hand, sitting in the sand. These are the days that I hold strong, running on these sunrise vibes all day long.
We don't have to go too far, sometimes it's right where we are. This horizon's all we ever need. Soaking up these sunrise vibes, with you here by my side, staring at the light of a brand new day. Cup of coffee in my hand, sitting in the sand. These are the days that I hold strong, running on these sunrise vibes all day long.
under these sunrise vibes all day long.
That is the brand new one, Mark Mulch and Manalo.
I love that so much.
I think we found the new trop rock super duo right there. Right?
Right?
I'm going to tell you what, they are, that is a great, they harmonize and sound so good together.
They do. They each have a different, Manalo's voice is very clean and crisp, and Mark has a little bit of raspy,
yeah.
and I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. The combo is great.
Great job, guys. We absolutely love that song.
Yes.
And of course that going right into the rotation, and
absolutely.
It won't be the last time you'll hear it on the show, but we'll definitely be having it in our rotation, that we go switch to every week before our show as well. So you'll hear it multiple times, and I know it's going to be all over Tiki Man Radio.
Yes.
On all the shows, because of course it's great music and everybody has it, so we're going to make sure it gets played. You're probably going to get tired of it by the time. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
That is such a neat. It just has a cool vibe.
It does.
I'm sitting over here swaying back and forth in my chair, and
she was. I almost just put the camera back on her so you could just see her over here doing this and stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So thanks for sending it to us, guys.
Absolutely. Talking about dancing, I almost got busted today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The B-Dawg almost came out at work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, back in the mornings, kids are arriving, and one of the teachers, like, it is so boring back here. I wish somebody would just play some music.
Did you?
And I'm like, I got you. So I took a Bluetooth speaker this morning and I set it up, and I was cranking the tunes this morning, which of course, you know what happens when I start getting in the mood and the music go. I start kind of bopping and dancing, which was funny because most of the time you see the kids get out in the cars, they're all so long-faced and grumpy. And it was kind of funny watching kids get out of the cars this morning, laughing and smiling, just shaking their heads, and thought it was funny that because teachers started dancing as well as the music was playing, and I was high-fiving kids and stuff. So
that's awesome.
And everything, but I almost got busted because I was out there dancing. So
I love it. Y'all should do that every day.
Well, normally they do it at the school on special occasions,
right?
Like the 100th day of school, they'll have a big thing and they'll have music out there.
Oh, okay.
Or it's the last day of finals or something like that. They'll do that. So to have it on a normal day, they weren't expecting it. So
yeah, that's cool.
The only complaint I got is, does that speaker go any louder? And I'm like, no. But I will tell you, it's waterproof. Right?
Yeah. Very waterproof.
Yeah.
It's our little $15 waterproof speaker from Walmart. And I think we got it on sale for like $5. But we were
tubing,
and we hit a bump, and it kind of went flying. And not only is it waterproof, it floats. So we were able to grab it, and we thought for sure it was just gone. I mean, it was in the water for a couple minutes because we had to chase it down.
Well, a kid chased it down for us.
Yeah.
And when he found it, it finally did sink. So it was on the bottom of the lake, or not, well, the creek,
river.
Creek, river, But he brought it to me, and I thought for sure this thing is done.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I was able to reconnect to it with my Bluetooth, and I'm like, okay, well, it powers up. That's good.
Right.
As soon as we started playing, it was like, oh, this thing sounds like crap.
Because it was like gurgling sounding. It was awful.
Yeah, it sounded like I was trying to play it under the water, which it really kind of was. But I cranked the volume up on it, and it sounded like, horrible for a few minutes. But once it got all the water shook off of it, it came right back and played just as loud and as crisp as it was. It was like,
not bad for $5.
This thing really is waterproof. So one of the best $5 we ever spent.
Right.
So and we've taken it to the pool with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've taken it to the school, and
it's so funny because our good one, we left it at the pool and it got taken.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like super good, but you know, it's the one we had been using for a while. And so we were on our way to go tubing up on the mountain, and we were like, we need music on the water. So we just stopped at Walmart real quick and grabbed like the cheapest first one we could find, because we only planned to use it that day. So we were like, okay, so if it's no good, that's fine. We just need one to get us through today.
We're done.
That thing is great. But yeah, want to give a big shout out to Mr. Harold Booth. He is out there tonight. So hello to you.
Bushwhacker University. And let me tell you, we were.
Oh, yeah.
We did go down. Like I said, we went to the second half of our little getaway for our anniversary was after we got done at the battleship and everything. We went back, got ourselves all cleaned up, and we drove down.
We went on a hot date.
We went on a hot date. We went down to Orange Beach. Yeah. And had dinner on the beach there at the Coastal at Orange Beach.
Yeah.
And, of course, I had me a bushwhacker.
Yes, so you did.
I was a very happy guy. So we watched the sunset on the beach, got to take a walk on the beach, and then back to the hotel. So, and of course, you know, for those of you that played along with my silly games, I appreciate you. But
yeah, he's posting like, for those of you who weren't watching his personal Facebook, he started posting all these pictures, but he wouldn't post anything identifiable. So
I'm like, where do you think we are now?
Yeah. So then he would just add another picture. And some of you were so cool, you know, doing your guesses. It was so much fun.
Thanks for entertaining me.
Yes, you did entertain him all day. But the place we stayed was called the Key West Inn.
Yeah, and I had some people confused because, you know, I cut off the inn part because as soon as you put Key West Inn, somebody's going to Google it and there it's done. So on the sign of the hotel, I cropped it so all you could see is the palm tree and Key West.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are we now?
And somebody just commented, I think it was Mo, and was like, you're not in Key West. We're like, no, we're not.
No, we're not Key West. So
yeah,
surprisingly enough, there is a Key West Inn in Alabama.
Yes, and it's a cute little place.
You know, it's you know, almost exactly what you would expect in Key West.
Yeah.
It's a motel, not a hotel. It's a motel.
But it does have a hot buffet breakfast.
You do have a hot buffet breakfast in the morning, but it's a little outdated. It's clean.
The beds are comfy.
It's not like the crack house on the right that we stayed at in PCB. I'm just going to say that. No, it is actually very nice. This is the second time that we've stayed there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just it's outdated.
We like it.
But it's very, very clean. You don't have to worry about anything. They offer that. The customer service is fantastic.
Yeah, everybody's super nice
They
there.
offer that free buffet breakfast in the morning. And, you know, and you can't beat that.
Yeah.
When we're staying in the King Deluxe.
That's right.
For $95 a night.
That's right.
So
but the beds really are comfortable.
So everybody's like, why'd you stay so far from the beach? That's why.
Right.
So we spent less.
It was only like, 40 minutes from the coast?
Yeah, 35, 40 minutes all the way down to Orange Beach from where we're at. And so, you know, we're the type of people that we will spend less money on accommodations so we have more money to play on.
Right.
So that's kind of what we do. But we did that, and then of course, it wouldn't have been a trip without getting to go to the outlet stores.
That's right. They had a Tanger outlets.
Yeah.
So we made a little pit stop.
There you go.
We were driving through there, trying to decide where we were going to go, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I look up, and it was like, oh, there was a Torrid, and there was. What else? There was like 3 stores right together that were my favorites. So I was like, we're going to pull in and go here. So that's what we did. But
that's right. So She treated me by letting me go toward battleships and do all that manly stuff. And then I entertained her by taking her to the beach.
That's right.
And shopping at the outlet mall.
There you go. And I actually bought something for once.
Did.
I bought myself something.
And that hardly ever happens. But she finally did break down and buy her something nice. So
he gets tired of me running around with britches that don't fit.
Because you're losing so much weight.
Well,
you know, we've talked about my weight loss journey, and we barely touched upon yours.
Well, that's because mine's kind of on accident. You're working hard. and I did start walking this week.
Yes, you did.
I'm walking 3 miles a day. And so, and I got Alicia to go with me. So
she has a daughter walking with her because she does not want to walk at my crazy pace, even though I was like,
Lord, no.
I'm like, oh, I can slow down. She doesn't want me to slow down.
No.
So, she, you know. But the funny thing is somehow I take off after them, but I don't see them on the trail.
We don't pass each other.
I'm walking faster than they are, and I went the same direction they did. It is one trail. But for some odd reason, they disappeared.
We took a detour.
They took a detour off the trail. Yeah, we're out walking. They took a detour off the trail and went shopping.
No,
yeah,
no. Okay.
He just made it look good. Like, see, he sees us. We're taking off walking now. And then, okay, he's out of sight. Okay, duck off the trail and go to the store.
No.
That's what you did.
You see, what happened was, what happened was we were walking. And, you know, when you wear... Okay, for all of you fellow chubby girls out there, you know when certain shorts...
You get some chub rub.
You get some chub rub. Well, Alicia found a TikTok hack that if you put deodorant...
On your thighs,
you don't get chub rub.
Uh-huh.
Well, she forgot it. So we had to stop at the Dollar Tree real quick and get some. So that's what we did. But so it was like... I think we timed it was like 6 minutes. But anyway, so we did.
But magically, you went, I walked the same route. I did not see you.
I know.
I went to down where I turn around and back.
Yeah.
It's a total of about a little over 5.5 miles.
Yeah.
By the time I get back, you guys are in the car and you're waving at me as you're pulling out.
That's because we only walked 3. We only walked 3 miles.
Well, the half mile to the store and back didn't count.
It does count. Listen, it does count. That's still distance.
You know, that's like a friend I have, guy I work with every Saturday. He's always doing videos, you know, because he's one of them big muscular guys, you know, arms like this big on him, and he goes ruck marching on Saturdays. Puts a 35-pound weight in a backpack, and he marches down the highway. And
yeah, but say what he's going for. So
he does all that work just so that his final stop upon that heavy workout is about a 6-mile march that he does with this 45 pack. He stops at the diner so he can have biscuits and gravy afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's his workout routine. It must be working because he's got pythons. So,
well,
you know, maybe that's my wrong. I'm not working out for my biscuits and gravy. Maybe that's the secret to life right there.
Maybe
biscuits and gravy.
Listen, biscuits and gravy cures everything. Well, hello, Mr. Callie McCool is out there.
There's Callie from the left coast. That is Mr. McCool from, of course, Mr. McCool and the student crew.
He said the students are hot on assignments to produce the first session, reviewing basics for clean quality audio production.
I love it.
So the kids are back to school and back to work.
I love it. I love it.
Also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Andrew Dean.
Hello,
Mr.
hello.
Dean is out there.
It's great to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.
And then, let me see. Miss Beth Travers.
Well, of course, that is our lovely, lovely sponsor, the rock star, Miss Beth Travers of MFG Records Tropical. And, of course, they sponsor a live cam here every week. And she is a rock star. She is everywhere.
Her and Dave have been everywhere this summer.
I know.
I love seeing them.
All right.
All righty. So also want to give a shout out to Beth Haid.
Okay.
Hello to you.
Hey, Beth.
Glad you could join us tonight. And I think that might be it for right now.
All righty.
Amanda Waskowitz. I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
But hello to you.
One of these days,
Welcome.
we will give her pronunciation. I'm one to talk because
I was going to say, you didn't know how to say it either.
I know, but I got to give you a hard time.
I know. Also, I need to give a big shout out to Ed. Ed and Felicia, they're out there tonight.
Of course, those are two of the conductors right there on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man every Monday night right here on Tiki Man Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're having a big race up there. They are finishing up painting their cardboard boat.
Oh, their cardboard boat.
I guess if the Olympians can sleep in a cardboard bed, they can have a cardboard boat.
Yeah, talking about Olympian, I'm sad because just when I started to have hopes of becoming an Olympian, breakdancing is not going to be an option for 2028. But we will talk about that when we come back. But, you know, one of the things on the vacation that we took, like I said, took her down the beach, and we had dinner, and we got to take a walk on the beach. But the one thing I was lacking is I didn't get none of those tequila kisses in the moonlight. We'll be coming back here just shortly.
That me and you might take a little vacation to forget about the world for a while. Let's go somewhere where no one can find us, baby. I just wanna see you smile. We'll be like castaways on the beach at night. A little Cuervo gold as a salt and lime. Tequila kisses in the moonlight. Barefoot on the beach around midnight. That old moon is shining full and bright. Tequila kisses in the moonlight. Back to our room with little candlelight. You in my arms feels oh so right. Let's see what happens with the rest of the night. Tequila kisses in the moonlight. Last night was a blur. Was it real or was I dreaming? But there you are, riding next to me, wrapped up in sheets, just smiling and dreaming. As I shake those cobwebs out of my head, one thing's perfectly clear. Yeah, the big full moon and the toes in the sand was the perfect atmosphere for tequila kisses in the moonlight. Barefoot on the beach around midnight. That old moon is shining full and bright. Tequila
this is Ed the Train Man.
Hi, this is Pat the Picture Girl. Come get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man every Monday from 6 to 8 Eastern Island Time. That's 5 to 7 Central Island Time.
So grab a bottle of reggae wine and come join us for our Monday night party. Live from the Paradise Way Studios in Crown Point, Indiana. Right here on Tiki Man Radio.
It could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides the peace train. Oh, peace train, take this.
What's going on, y'all? Big Benny here. You're listening to Tropical Country, B-Dawg and Lou.
It's just me talking to the beach, wishing our eyes to meet. We could be that jalapeno margarita kind of heat. A half moon hanging low, and I don't want to miss the boat. I gotta know if there's a chance for you and me. If you're gonna be somebody's last call, slow dance, Wonderwall, tiki bar, somewhere on the beach. Girl, if you wanna crush like it's Cabo, sky full of rhinestones. Hope you know I'm hoping that it's me. If you're gonna make somebody summer, somebody summer. Your green eyes say hello, the air my coast, so don't come close. I could float right through this life if you were mine. And I know after just one kiss, September won't exist like it did, baby. This could start tonight. If you're gonna be somebody's last call, slow dance, Wonderwall, tiki bar, somewhere on the beach. Girl, if you wanna crush like it's Cabo, sky full of rhinestones. Hope you know I'm hoping that it's me. If you're gonna make somebody summer, somebody summer. If you're gonna make somebody summer, can't help but wonder. These days ago were made for you and me. If you're gonna be somebody's last call, slow dance, Wonderwall, tiki bar, somewhere on the beach. Girl, if you wanna crush like it's Cabo, sky full of rhinestone. Hope you know I'm hoping that it's me. If you're gonna make somebody summer, hope you know I'm hoping that it's me. If you're gonna make somebody summer, these days ago were made for you and me.
Somebody's Summer. That's brand new music from Ben Chase.
That's a cool song.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's a cool song, yeah.
Yeah. I found that when I was just doing my research.
Cool.
And of course, summertime, for some still continues.
Yes.
But for some of us, it's over.
No.
It's over.
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
I'm when I have to go back to work, summer's over. It's done. We're done. Just bring on the fall. So if you go to the store, fall, winter, and New Year's is already here.
Right. We've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yeah.
Thanksgiving, it's all up.
Yeah, it is.
They're no longer breaking things down into seasons. It's just,
I know.
It's just, as they call the shotgun method, they're just like, it's all out there.
Listen, one holiday at a time, people.
Nope.
I love holidays, but can we do one at a time?
Nope. So...
Well,
I also believe probably Valentine's stuff's out. Who knows?
It might be. Good Lord. So for those of you who like reality TV.
I love how you use the air quotes.
Well, reality. There is a new series coming out called The Wranglers.
Oh, yeah?
It's going to be on the CW network. And it is going to follow the real lives of professional staff members at the Circle Bar Dude Ranch in Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
So a real life Yellowstone, so to speak.
Yes. So the Circle Bar Dude Ranch, you can actually stay there. Mm-hmm. Like the general public could stay there and be a cowboy for your vacation. And so... they're going to be filming those guys, and they said for the fans of Yellowstone, who liked that drama in the bunkhouse with the crew members.
You get the real life stuff.
You're going to get the real life now. So
there ain't going to be none of that scripted stuff here.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. We know how all of that works.
Right. So for those of you who get the CW network, it is going to air starting on October 24th.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And of course, I do know Yellowstone is coming back for its finale.
Yes.
And then I've already heard that they are ready for this, because I mean, we already have how many? 1923 that didn't finish. We got, now they've already announced. I think it's 1943.
Yes, I think so.
They've already announced.
Yeah.
But how about finish one before you start another?
Right.
And they started the 4 6s, haven't finished that. But,
well, they didn't start airing that one yet, though.
So, well, they kind of did. It was kind of
ish
in with Yellowstone.
They showed the transition too, I
but
guess.
Then there's also rumors that the fans are going to get exactly what they wanted, and that would be a spin-off of Yellowstone that would focus solely on Rip and Beth. So,
really?
Yeah. So, and supposedly both actors are all in for
really?
that. But again, that's rumor. Lots of things can change in Hollywood. But fans have been calling for, that Rip and Beth deserve their own show.
Well,
so it would kind of be the I guess life after Yellowstone kind of vibe for those two.
Yeah,
who knows? Because remember, Rip he packed up with all the guys and went to Texas. So
that's right.
And she was going to follow him. So it could be them.
I forgot about
them
that.
living life in Texas. Who knows? The show could go just about anywhere.
It could.
And especially it could go nowhere.
Right? As we know.
You just never know. But, the one thing, about the 4 6s, they talked about, there's a scene in there that the guy told Jimmy that, he met this guy and he goes, there are only three gods in Texas, and he says, the Lord himself, George Strait, and I can't forget the other guy. But anyway, and he goes, so that was kind of funny. But George Strait is the man in Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's got new music out, and he's figured out why the world is just so messed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. He says they're all 3 drinks behind. Got a brand new JBL Travel Minute coming up next.
Oh, let's go, boys. This bar's where I come to when life gets to me. A night without thinking is just what I need. If it feels like things happen for no reason or rhyme, it's just that the whole world is 3 drinks behind. So set 'em up, Joe, set 'em up all around. There ain't no good reason for anyone to feel down. Half empty, half full, it's all in your state of mind. It's just that the whole world is 3 drinks behind. A jukebox, good buddies, and pretty women are here. What we need is a little more love and less fear. It's not that $1 ain't worth a
state of mind. It's just that the whole world is 3 drinks behind.
All around. There ain't no good reason for anyone to feel down. Half empty, half full, it's all in your state of mind. It's just that the whole world is 3 drinks behind. It's just that the whole world is 3 drinks behind. 3 drinks behind. 3 drinks behind.
And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And, this week we got to talk about something that's was on everybody's mind all week, and that's hurricane travel. In light of the recent Hurricane Debbie, this topic has caused some chaos this week, to say the least. Let me just start off by saying hurricane season runs from June through November. Most people don't realize that. And, they call our office and they say, oh, tell me, I want to travel. I don't want to travel during hurricane season, but I'd like to go when the kids get out of school, late June, early July, or into the beginning of August. So they are in the midst of hurricane season. I tell them that, it's hurricane season and, that's when everybody wants to travel. So if you want to avoid hurricane season, you really need to travel anywhere between December and May. Very simple. I do, however, want to say that 11 years that we're in business, a majority of the travelers travel during hurricane season. It's one of the busiest times of the year. And in 11 years that we've been in business, we've only had 2 people actually had their trips affected by a hurricane. So what happens during hurricane season if your plans are affected or a hurricane disrupts it? The first thing that everybody needs to do if you're going to travel anytime between June and November is make sure that you have travel insurance, and make sure that travel insurance covers you for trip cancellation, trip delay, and trip interruption. Then I explained to them a little bit about what the airlines, the resorts, and the cruise lines do should there be a hurricane. So let's just talk a little bit about that. Airlines will often cancel flights. Not unheard of. They do that when it's not hurricane season, but during hurricane season, they'll often cancel flights. Plus, the airlines will usually give you some kind of a travel voucher or a waiver so that you can readjust your schedule. So let's say the hurricane hits, on a Monday and you're supposed to leave that day. They would allow you to readjust your plans to leave on Tuesday or Wednesday and go to the destination as long as that destination is safe. But their number one thing is actually keeping the passengers safe as well as their crew. They need to be flexible during the season. They know a little about it. So the next thing is hotels and resorts. So most hotels and resorts, almost all of them, have a very flexible cancellation policy during hurricane season. They give you the opportunity to often cancel or reschedule your reservations without any penalty. They also have evacuation plans in place and ready to go. So if there's a hurricane prone coming and they know it's coming, they will coordinate with local authorities and evacuate people to a safe place to ride the hurricane out and then go back to the resort when the hurricane's over, as long as there's minimal damage. If evacuation is not possible, they will provide safe shelter at their resort. They make sure they're stocked up on essential supplies like food and water and medical kits and stuff like that. So everything is taken care of during the storm. Now, cruise ships, on the other hand, will closely monitor the weather and the hurricane forecast. They have advanced meteorological tools and satellite data they use in coordination with some other outside agencies. And most of the time, what they'll do is make an itinerary change in order to avoid a destination that's being affected by the hurricane. So what that means is if there's a hurricane going towards one of the ports that we're going to stop at, the ship will dock at an alternate port that's accessible and safe. Like I said, we've had 2 incidents. I had a couple on their honeymoon, and a hurricane came through Mexico. They were evacuated and went to a shelter overnight. The hotel made sure that they had food and booze and all kinds of stuff. And they told me they actually had a great time there. And then the next day, there was minimal damage to the hotel. They brought everybody back. And then I had another couple that was actually flying home from a vacation, and the flight was canceled. And we worked with the airline and some of the local hotels to get them some overnight accommodations. And then the next day, we were able to reschedule their flights to come home. So I guess what I'm trying to say is traveling during hurricane season, you need to be a little bit flexible. The chances of a hurricane coming, nobody knows. It's a 50-50 chance, really. But the airlines, the resorts, and the cruise lines, their number one priority is keeping the passengers safe as well as their crew. And all 3 of them are ready to make some adjustments. So if you don't want to travel during hurricane season, like I said before, then you got to travel somewhere between December and May. So that's this week's topic. It's been a little crazy around here, but hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. Take care.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200. The official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
To your door until I hit it on. This is singer-songwriter Jason Acey, and I'm listening, just like you, to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, right here on Tiki Man Radio. What could possibly go wrong?
Rum Talking. That's brand spanking new music from Jason Acey. And of course, before that was Robin Tricker's new music. So both of them great songs.
Yeah. And Jason is actually going to be here in studio.
Yeah.
September 11th.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Patriots Day.
That's right.
But not those New England kind either.
Right?
Which we do have some friends that are very big Patriots fans.
Listen.
So, we love you anyway.
I love you anyway. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Speaking of that, want to send well wishes out for Uncle Alex. He's having a procedure. I think it's today or tomorrow. I don't know. Okay. I can't remember what he told me because, again, my brain. But yeah, so just sending some thoughts and prayers out to him.
Sending out some positive thoughts.
He's okay.
And some love to
nobody
Uncle Alex.
panic. Yeah, nobody panic. He's fine. But yeah, just having some stuff done. So also wanted to let y'all know. So Jason Acey's new album The single is out now. The Rum Talkin' that we just played, it is out now, but he is coming out with an EP, and I'm trying to find on his site when that EP is going to be coming out.
Well, that Rum Talkin', you can hear it definitely has that country vibe. You got a little steel guitar in there. Yeah,
it's a fun song.
Yeah.
Manalo has his album out now. And so
there's all kinds of great new music
everybody's got some amazing stuff out there. So
absolutely.
Keep an eye out. Mark Mulch, Manalo, Jason AC, all of those guys. And then
and we will keep you updated as we learn about all that new music.
Absolutely. And then of course, Beth Travers has new music out.
Yes.
She's kind of traveling everywhere. Dave Signs, he's been traveling with her. And they are going to be on the Mysterious Lost Weekend Cruise.
Ooh.
It is...
That sounds mysterious.
I know, right? Going to be stopping in Cozumel for a spell. It's going to be on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. And it is coming up. Trying to see if I can find the date.
Well, while you look for that, quick shout out to Rick the Stick.
Hey, Rick.
He is out there on the road. He is listening. He said, unfortunately, he can't get the YouTube to come up because it may be the internet service at the truck stop, but he has been listening and driving down the road.
Good.
So safe travels to you. He came through Choo Choo City. And
he did twice.
And blew the horn as he rolled on by.
We were waving at him over here. He was in this area twice. So we waved at you. Sorry you weren't able to stop and hang out for a while, but we understand. Gigi is out there, the Golden Girl herself.
Well, hello to the Golden Girl.
And Rick just made it on YouTube.
Yay!
So yeah, hello, Golden Girl. Better late than never. It's okay. I love you. We're going to have a lot of fun with the Goldens. Their fall party is going to be coming up.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. That is always so much fun and so much really good food.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
I'm gonna have to go like on starvation mode for like 3 days or so before I go over there, or my diet would just be blown to hell.
We'll just expand that whole fasting, intermittent fasting thing.
The worst thing that could happen to me, to stunt my progress, and so far it hasn't happened because we were just early in the school year,
right?
But it never fails. There is constantly, every kid is always having a birthday. And there's always, a birthday party for a teacher or this day or, it's hat day, or whatever. And for some odd reason, that means it's time for...
There's always food.
Cakes and cupcakes and cookies.
And listen, I love you. And I do not have any willpower for certain things, but you definitely do not have any willpower for sweets.
Really?
Yes.
How many cookies are in this house?
I don't know.
How many have I touched?
I don't know.
None.
That's because they're packed away in a box.
Still, they're in this house. I know where they're at, and I have not touched your cookies. Except for the cookies I took to school to bribe the teachers with.
Right. Oh, yeah. Golden Girl Party Dog Entertainment is going to be part of the entertainment for the fall party.
Yes, ma'am.
And we also have a gig, Friday night. There's a wedding that we're doing Friday night.
Friday night, I got a wedding
here in Chattanooga. And we got another inquiry yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody has a birthday party coming up that they may want you for. So
things are picking up.
Things are starting to pick up around here for Party Dog Entertainment.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too. So a lot of work. But hopefully, like I said, we're in that, we're kind of getting at the end of the wedding season until spring. So, now we get into the fall festivities, the cookouts and the birthday parties.
Fall really is. I love summer because I love the water. So I like being able to go to the pool and I like going to the lake and all those things. But I really fall is my favorite season. So when we went in the store the other day and I saw all the fall wreaths and the decorations, I was like, oh, but I can't do it yet. Not till October. You know, October starts fall for me. I don't know why, but
well, unfortunately, Tiki Man, he let everybody know because as soon as I see it, I had to report.
Yes,
I had to report into the boss that Blueberry is out.
Yes,
as well as Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and they got
early this year.
And they got a couple of new ones this year.
I saw that.
They got Frankenberry and Friends, and they also have one that like a Carmilla. I don't know that. That one was new to me. So, but
is that the green box that I saw?
That's the green box. It used to be something. I don't remember this character if it's a new one they created or what. But they got a couple of new ones. But the OGs, the Blueberry, the Count Chocula, and Frankenberry, are out and available at least here in our Food City grocery store up there. So I sent Tiki Man a picture and he's like, where?
I saw you posted it online.
I'm like, at the Food City in Ottawa.
There you go.
So, and he immediately put out the bat signal and told everybody, send in your pictures.
That's right.
Of Blueberry or your favorite cereal amongst the monsters.
Vote. This is where we do the vote, right?
According to him, Blueberry wins hands down every time.
Yeah.
I like Blueberry. I do. I love Blueberry. I love Blueberry. But back when I was a kid, I don't know why. I mean, Count Chocula, nothing special. We have how many chocolate cereals with chocolate marshmallow? That's nothing special.
Right.
Blueberry is special, and Frankenberry is special. And I always like the strawberry. So, we had that argument. I lost. I understand that Blueberry is more popular. And that's the other thing that really kicks me in the gut is because when those come out, I usually have to get a box, just like the Tiki Man. But last year, it was 2 boxes because I had to get my Frankenberry, eat my Frankenberry, because now Blueberry is on the. I had to get me a box of Blueberry, and I ate those too. And they wonder why I was fat.
Well, you weren't fat.
I was fat. Let's just say I was fat.
You were not.
So
Rick the Stick said he's delivering to Food City again tomorrow here in town.
Right? Well, if you got Blueberry on board, you might as well just make a detour over to Harrison and stop there at Tiki Man Radio headquarters and drop some off to the boss.
No, he
just
said
give him
cereal.
A whole pallet.
No cereal. It's all frozen goods.
Oh, well.
And you're right, Michelle. I didn't think about that. The July 4th parties at the BAR in Bartlett, Tennessee are now limited.
What?
Maybe 2 to 3 more years tops.
Maybe.
Congratulations.
Maybe.
They found some land over in our neck of the woods.
Yes.
Ish. And so they were able to close
Instead of 4 hours, they're going to be about 40 minutes.
That's right.
Yeah.
They won't know y'all won't know what to do if you can leave and arrive all in the same hour. So yes, congratulations to you guys.
Yeah. And of course, thank you for having us and Party Dog Entertainment to the BAR again this year and allowing us to provide the entertainment.
That was a lot of fun.
For allowing us to multitask. We did the show.
Yeah.
As well as provided the entertainment and the music for everybody, which it was kind of cool. We had a live studio audience out there in her dining room and outside. They was all listening to the show. And then immediately after, we went right out and kicked up the party music. So thank you for allowing us to do that. And we had a great time. And maybe we'll get to do it again next year. But, when you move to the new place, you're going to have a big ass housewarming party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. And, invite all the new neighbors, and we'll crank up the tunes there,
We'll stock your BAR. Everybody will bring you a bottle.
That's right.
That would be a blast.
The BAR, that's not too far.
There you go. There you go. Well, she said that they are hopefully going to start building by the fall of next year. So it is happening.
There you go. We just named it the Not Too Far BAR. Hey.
There you go.
That's my vote. That's my vote.
Well, I remember, we have been talking all week long about the folks who are coming to country music.
Yes.
By
the boatloads.
Yes.
It seems like anyway.
Is it Shotgun Kelly? Is that his name?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Shotgun.
Okay, so I say the hick version, Shotgun Kelly.
Are you thinking of Old Red?
I don't know. That's funny. So I do the hillbilly version, Shotgun Kelly. And then, of course, Post Malone has been everywhere with everybody.
Yeah, I just saw a video of him on stage singing Dust on the Bottle.
Yeah, David Lee Murphy.
With David Lee Murphy. And I'm going to tell you what.
He was performing with Reba the other day.
Yeah. Him and Reba was together. And, you are right. I will give you, because I've listened to him and he has definitely embraced country music. Yeah. He's not trying to change country music.
Right.
He has, immersed himself into country music. And I was surprised. I was listening to some of the interviews. He's played at the Bluebird.
Yeah.
He has been invited by Mr. Brad Paisley to play on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry. But whenever it came out that he was going to come to Nashville and he was wanting to do a country music project, I was surprised when I heard that how many of the names all of a sudden started reaching out to him, telling him how they wanted to be.
He didn't come to town and have to beg for duet partners.
No, there were people begging to be a part of his country music project.
Yeah.
And it was just, amazing to hear some of the stories. And like I said, he's embraced country music. He's not trying to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's and the songs that he's got out.
Yeah.
They're good.
They are.
And they are unique. They're not how should I say rip-offs or of other songs or anything like that.
Well, he's got that's another one.
That's another one. His have been original music, which of course come to find out that when he came to town, he's written with a lot of people in Nashville.
Yeah.
I think primarily he's written with Morgan Wallen and Hardy. But he's got a single out right now with Blake Shelton. He's got one coming out with Reba. I mean, pretty much the who's who in country music has all jumped on board to perform with him, and they've totally jumped and supported him in this.
Yeah.
Now, and listening to the one stories with him, I'm not so 100% sure that country music is where he's going to stay.
I don't think it is.
It just sounds like it was a project.
It's a project, yeah.
But there's no doubt that he loves country music, loves the history of country music,
and I think
and
that's
he's
why,
embraced it, and country music has embraced him.
That's why I'm okay with him coming.
But
because
based upon that, I would not be surprised if he ends up staying.
Yeah,
because I think he has found a home with country music.
More than he thought he would.
More than he thought he would.
Yeah.
And and he talked about, some of the struggles that he had been through.
Yeah.
And everything. And I think through that he's found, it's just my opinion, I think he's found a support network.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of being around having all the demands that he had on him, he has a support group and a group of friends and that he can lean on and support on, and that will help him through his journey. Again, maybe he's just going through his country phase. But when you look though through this, it kind of goes right along with his, I guess, MO, because he has released other genre. I mean, he's released a rap album. He's released rock album. He has released, different genres.
He's just an all-around musician, yeah.
And so, could he move on to the next project and it would not be country music? Very well, possibly. But I also think, country music has embraced him and welcomed him into the fold, and he seems to be very much enjoying himself.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, he's putting out some great music, new music that isn't a ripoff of somebody else's.
Right.
And I understand. Yeah, and I know a lot of people. I was one of the ones that jumped over. Machine Gun Kelly, doing the song he's got out with Jelly Roll. You don't mess with country roads. Where we come from, you don't mess with country roads. John Denver, that is one of those ones you don't mess with the classic.
But I don't feel like they did a disrespectful.
No, I don't think he did a disrespectful, but there is no mistake, and that is that the music is ripped off from country roads.
Well, yeah.
Even in the song,
I think it was intentional.
but the song is not a continuation of or even a tribute song to country roads. It is a whole different line of lyrics on its own using that music.
Yeah,
so
but it
I don't,
works. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it does work, but it is, to me, where the song is original, the music is not.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's another artist.
That's kind of where I am with that. Now, is it a good song? After I listened to the interview with him and him explaining his journey, and it's kind of like a lot with Post Malone. That struggle with sobriety.
Yep.
And everything. That's
because he is sober now.
That's kind of where he's at. And of course, Machine Gun Kelly, he's from Cleveland, Ohio, and and he's been through his. And again, do I think country music is not where he. This is just a one-off project. Jelly Roll's become kind of a mentor.
I think so,
to a lot of people in a lot of ways when it comes to, how should I say it? People who look like Jelly Roll, who aren't the typical cutout model of what you would expect a country music artist to be.
Right.
He broke that mold, which is allowing people who have that more wild side or that more rougher look, I guess, about them to be able to get into the genre, be accepted in the genre. So, but I don't think Machine Gun Kelly's turning country in no form or fashion.
No.
He's a rapper. He always will be a rapper, but I think
he's got a great voice. Though.
Yeah, I was
a great voice.
I'm like, dude can sing.
Yeah,
but
very, very well.
But I think this was. You listen to the song, I've listened to the interviews, it almost is like the song's a one-off song because it's a song about healing for him.
I loved listening to his interviews. I never paid attention to him before.
No.
The interviews that he's been doing is great. There's another artist that is coming, rumored to be coming, one of your old girlfriends, Catherine McPhee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from American Idol. Back in the day, she is,
and that's not much. It's not much of a country music's really not much of a stretch for her.
No,
but she was more. How should I describe her? I mean, she obviously when she was on American Idol, she sang all kinds of different genres.
Yeah.
But she got into the music like. I would say like a Celine Dion and those, and she was also involved in the theater. And of course, her husband is a world-renowned composer.
Yeah.
And, did a lot of scores for a lot of TV shows, movies, a lot of Disney stuff.
Well, I guess
her doing country music, I guess for me, it isn't a stretch.
No.
I mean, really isn't.
She just signed a new record deal with Melody Place there in Nashville. And she is already scheduled to make her Grand Ole Opry stage debut on October 12th. And
I will say this about this.
What?
That there are a lot of country music artists out there that there's their dream, and that's the pinnacle for them to be able to play on that stage. And it does seem like that there are new people who are coming in from other genres and things like that seem like they're just getting the invite to come play the Grand Ole Opry a lot faster than a lot of the country artists that are out there trying to plug their way and make it. So I guess that's kind of that's just kind of my, I guess, one critique. But they're talented, so I understand why they get the invite,
and they've clawed their way up, just not in country music. But I see what you're saying. There's a lot of really deserving folks out there who aren't getting the chance.
Yeah. Well, You got one thing real quick, or you want to wait and come back?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, talking about the Grand Ole Opry, one of a Grand Ole Opry alumnus, current members, has released brand new music.
Okay.
And of course, I'm talking about Rhonda Vincent. That we got to see at the Grand Ole Opry. And well, she has released her new album is actually called Destination and Fun Places.
Nice.
And she teamed up with Trisha Yearwood and Jeannie Seeley.
Oh, how fun.
And they have, here's a release off of it. And it's their take on a very well-known song. And apparently, in their opinion, there's a man to blame. Here's Rhonda Vincent, Trisha Yearwood, Jeannie Seeley, Margaritaville.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists, they're covered with oil. I'm strumming my 8-string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a man to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but his brand new tattoo. And it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got there, he hasn't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a man to blame. Now I think it could be his fault. I blew out my flip-flop, stepped on her pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon he will render that frozen concoction that helps him hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a man to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Some people claim that there's a man to blame, but I know it's all their fault.
But not our fault.
Jeannie, it might be a little bit our fault.
Hey Tiki folks, this is Rick the Stick, and I do my show from 5 to 7 Eastern Island Time every Sunday evening, and it's sponsored by JBL Travel Group. The show is called It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere on the Road. When I'm not doing my show, I keep my one good eye on the road and my two good ears tuned in to Tiki Man Radio. Hey, what could possibly go wrong?
Hey, y'all, this is Jay Allen. You're listening to Tropical Country on Tiki Man Radio. Keep listening. These guys rock. Let's go.
In and the bartender was wearing an old Nirvana t-shirt. I said, hey, I'm too young to remember. Pour me a drink, give me some dirt. I hear the 1990s were the best time to be alive. No cell phones, no social media, messing up our minds. And she said, if you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't there. We were rocking in the free world, free falling in the sweet 420 air. Living la vida loca, party all day, party all night. If you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't doing it right. She said, I had friends in low places, gin and juice in my hand. We'd head on down to the Love Shack and dance to Macarena Band. Beastie Boys, Spicy Girls, Y2K had us on the run. But no sign of anxiety, too busy having fun. And she said, you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't there. We were rocking in the free world, free falling in the sweet 420 air. We were living la vida loca, party all day, party all night. If you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't doing it right. If you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't there. We were rocking in the free world, free falling in the sweet 420 air. We were living la vida loca, party all day, party all night. If you remember the 1990s, man, you weren't doing it right. 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 You remember the 1990s. You remember the 1990s. You remember the 1990s. You remember the 1990s. You remember the 1990s.
If you remember the 1990s, brand new music from Greg Pratt. And the song was actually written by a couple of friends of ours.
Oh, yeah?
Miss Cherie Austin and Will Rainbow.
Nice.
How about that?
Will Rainbow and Cherie Austin. Those guys have written some really cool stuff.
Yes, yes, they have.
They've written a couple that Matt has recorded.
Absolutely.
And then, that song's really cool. The titles of the 90s songs that came out in this music
just brought back a lot of memories in one song,
yeah,
didn't it?
Every time he would say a new title, I would flash back. So that was a lot of fun.
Even threw a little Beastie Boys in there,
right?
You know?
Listen, I used to get in so much trouble.
Because you tried to fight for your right, didn't you?
I did. I lost, but I did. When I was in, 8th grade, I think, I was right on that. Looking back now, I know why my mom and dad were panicking, but at the time, I didn't understand it. But I was 14 years old, and I had all these people, guys, that would call the house, and I would, talk to them and whatever. And then I would always get myself in
tying up
trouble.
the party line.
I was. I would always get myself in trouble. And so I would play music because I couldn't mouth off to my parents. That just was not an option, right? So, especially my dad.
Option. It wouldn't have been a very good option, but it was an option.
Yeah, no. Because when I would get mad and I would mouth off to my mom, my dad would step in and be like, you made your mother cry. You need to go apologize. And so it was just always a big thing. Well, so I would go to my room and I would play all these songs that I knew would irritate the crap out of them that said a lot of what I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. So, like, at one point, I played Pat Benatar, and then I played the Beastie Boys, and I would always turn it up super loud. And then I played Papa Don't Preach by Madonna. Mm-hmm. And the one that got the hinges taken off my door was the Billy Joel song,
It's My Life.
It's My Life. When I blared that song, all I heard was bam as my door came flying open and Dad was standing there. He heard the song, which is what I wanted, sort of. I didn't know. Well, I did know, but it just backfired. Let me just put it that way. So, yeah.
You wanted to get your message across. It was received.
It was received. Not well, but it was received. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, you knew my daddy.
Yep.
So I don't know how I felt about the bluegrass Margaritaville.
The bluegrass version of Margaritaville, yeah.
I liked it, but I didn't want to like it. Like, I felt like I was betraying Jimmy Buffett.
Right.
But it was okay. It was all right. Those ladies are so talented. You can't hate anything that they do. But Golden Girl, that's right. First weekend in October is the Three Sisters Bluegrass Festival.
Yes.
Cannot wait. I already put it on my calendar, actually.
And it sounds like the Choo Choo City is going to be getting a little bit more bluegrass as well.
Yes. The actually, I'm going to look it up because I do want to. I'm glad you said that. I actually sent it to my little brother because he plays banjo and guitar, and he loves all of that. So there's a festival coming. Why can't I find this?
I don't know.
Just found it.
All right.
So there is a festival coming to Chattanooga. I just lost it. That's not it. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves.
We'll wait.
Just say. Okay, found it. So
see, that's all I had to do.
It is. Every time you do that to me, I realize what it is. So there, Bluegrass Today, and then our local, of course, media has posted it as well. But there is a new festival coming. It's going to be called The World of Bluegrass here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The International Bluegrass Music Association.
Wow.
They always have their signature events in North Carolina.
Which I thought when I heard that, I was kind of confused because I thought Kentucky was bluegrass country.
Well, that's the literal bluegrass.
I know, but I thought that's where bluegrass music was always
Kentucky.
Appalachia.
Yeah, that.
Depends upon what part of Appalachia you're from is how you pronounce it.
That's true.
So
at least for 2025, 26, and 27, there will be the International Bluegrass Music Association's festival, The World of Bluegrass. And it's going to be down. They're trying to decide. Some of it's going to be held in the Chattanooga Convention Center, and then they're going to have some down by the Tennessee River waterfront. So
very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm pretty excited about it. And so it's going to be. The only thing I'm not sure about, it looks like the first one is going to be next year, September 16th through the 20th. That's only a couple weeks before the Three Sisters Festival, and they're both bluegrass. So I kind of wish they would spread those out a little bit because I don't want this to affect 3 sisters because that was so much fun with lots of
And
talent.
of course, that is our local festivals.
Yeah. So, yeah, more bluegrass coming to chat.
All right.
Callie's not sure how he felt about that either.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I heard it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it either.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I'm going to put it in the playlist.
Let's see
Because
what people
if
think.
anything, it'll stir up some conversation about how do you feel about it. Because I know, again, how I feel about, you don't mess with the classics. Jimmy's songs have been done and repeated.
Right.
And pretty much every artist in the coastal community has,
at least performed them.
A dozen of Jimmy's songs in their set list or in their repertoire of their revolving set lists. So, Jimmy's music has been, probably redone as much as anybody's, if not more. And but I think I thought it was, number one, it was kind of cool that, there's 3 legends in country music, especially at the Grand Ole Opry. And I think it was kind of a little bit of a tribute and a nod.
I think
to Jimmy.
Yeah, again, not disrespectful at all.
Yeah, and
it was very nice.
And I understand 3 women can't say there's a woman to blame. That, it's only fitting that they say there's a man to blame.
Gotta blame the man.
Which I kind of thought was also kind of a twist because, saying there's a woman to blame and the woman's going,
It was the man.
It was you.
That's right.
So I could see a little bit of the twist and everything on it as well. So,
that was fun.
Yeah, I think it was a fun song. It was a tribute. Like they said, the name of the album is called Destination in Fun Places. And
Margaritaville is definitely one of those.
And you know what? And none of the songs that's on that album are original music. They are covers of songs before.
Well, cool.
So I do not think it was done anything disrespectful.
No.
It is just their genres.
Just their take on Margaritaville.
On a very popular song. And God knows there's been rock versions of Margaritaville.
Right.
There's been reggae. I think it's been covered just by about every genre of music.
Well, Golden Girl was saying that there's a group called Hayseed Dixie.
I've heard of Hayseed Dixie.
And they do bluegrass versions, AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Queen.
I have played them here on the show.
I don't remember their name, but I remember hearing.
This is back in the early days of the show.
Yeah, when we did the Bluegrass Night.
When we did Bluegrass Night, yeah.
And now, is that the group that had, all I remember is there was one, the video was a bunch of guys out in the woods doing bluegrass, but it was a heavy metal song, and it was super good.
Yeah, these guys. Well, I think
I'll have to look and see if that was the
they were in a
same
barn,
ones.
but they were doing like Thunderstruck from AC/DC.
Yes,
Yeah,
is that them?
That's
Okay, I do know
AC/DC.
them. Yeah, that was really cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So,
Eric, the other side of the story. Yeah. Rick the Stick got to have lunch with Josh and Chelsea today.
Oh.
Yeah, Josh and Chelsea Clark.
So that would explain why they're not listening tonight, or at least they haven't been chiming in on the YouTube.
Did you wear them out, Rick?
You wore them all out, and they had to go to bed early.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you got to see them. They're so much fun.
Absolutely. We need to get up that area. I mean, we go up that way. I don't know how much. So hopefully one of these days we need to hook up with them and say hi as we drive by. And
we do.
And we already found out one of the drive-in movie theaters is up that way that we want to check out because we could become a fan. We're fans of the drive-in. So and they got a big one up there, like a big with restaurant and everything. So maybe next summer we can hook that up, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, but. Let's see what time it is. I'm not ready to quit because it seems like we just now got on the roll and started to have some fun. So how about we play just a little more music? And, you've talked about, country music. We've talked about the state of country music. We've talked about, country music is dead. Country music, isn't the same anymore. We've covered a lot of topics, over the course of the show, and this show not only tonight but previous. But Mr. Trey Calloway, he's got his take on it, and he says he misses country music.
There'll never be another Waylon, never be another Jones, never be another Haggard singing me back home. It tears me up inside to know those days are dead and gone. Well, we used to country right, now we're country all wrong. What happened to them old simple songs? I say, bring back the fiddle and the pedal steel guitar man on an old bar stool, singing it loud to a crowd of rowdy fools. Songs about loving, songs about living, songs about the working man and outlaw women. Better get our act together before we lose it. Man, I miss country music. I ain't hating, I'm just saying that what's going on today don't move me like Hank did when he sang about a lost highway. Give her that jukebox honky-tonkin' boot stomping kind of thing. If this world needs a little less pop and a lot more twang, bring back the fiddle and the pedal steel guitar man on an old bar stool, singing it loud to a crowd of rowdy fools. Songs about loving, songs about living, songs about the working man and outlaw women. Better get our act together before we lose it. Man, I miss country music. Bring back fiddle and a pedal steel guitar man on an old bar stool, singing it loud to a crowd of rowdy fools. Songs about loving, songs about living, songs about the working man and outlaw women. Better get our act together before we lose it. Man, I miss. Come on if you miss. Long live country music. Oh yeah.
Your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Island J live cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Rick the Stick. You never know where he's going to pop up. On the road with Rick the Stick, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Island Time every Sunday. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam from the Legends Studio in Ottawa, Tennessee from 7 to 9 p.m. Make sure you catch the Friday kickoff with Jen Shen from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Friday. Jen kicks off the weekend and tells you all the activities coming up on Tiki Man Radio and spotlights all of our sponsors. That's a Friday kickoff with Jen Shen every Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Friday starting at 8 p.m. It's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
That's right. Have some fun for criminally. And I come back as I have another song to play, but of course, the show on Saturday is brought to you by Lake Winnie.
Yeah.
For Jukebox Saturday, and we're gonna go get to experience Lake Winnie on Jukebox Saturday. How about that?
I'm so excited. We've talked about it several times, and we've never gone.
Yeah, we never have. And Tiki Man has given us that look on. What do you mean you've never been to Lake Winnie?
I know.
So we are going to go Saturday. We're going to hang out Lake Winnie and get to experience everything it has to offer, including the history that it has as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We've lived here a long time, and everybody keeps telling us we need to go. Our kids have been there.
Yeah, we haven't.
We haven't. So, yeah, we get to do that on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I found the ultimate road trip.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Where's that?
For us.
Oh, for us.
Not ultimate, the next road trip.
I already have the next road trip figured out, but go ahead.
Oh, you do?
Well, I have. Let me put it this way. I've already think I kind of have next year's anniversary trip already destination planned.
Oh, okay. Well, one of those.
But I will tell you, it does not involve a beach.
I'm okay with that. So, if we get to go out west, I'm good with that.
West-ish.
Okay. So I just found this is really cool to me. And maybe to you too, but for those of you who don't understand the Ohio, West Virginia, Pittsburgh area, and yeah, I know that was 2 states and a city, but anyway, so, we were talking about John Denver earlier.
Yes.
Almost Heaven, West Virginia.
Heaven, West Virginia.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Blue Ridge
there
Mountains.
are 27 handmade swings. They're called the Almost Heaven swings, and they're built out of wood, and across the top they say Almost Heaven.
Okay.
And it's a single swing.
Okay.
Apparently there are 27 of them that are set up all over the state of West Virginia. And if you go to all of them, you have seen the entire state. So they are in different places like...
How have we not known this?
I don't know. But some of the state parks...
We haven't been gone that long.
Right? Some of the state parks, and then the Hatfield-McCoy trails have 2 of them.
Oh, cool.
Now
that is the one. That is one place that
the Hatfield-McCoy
I've always
trails.
wanted to go. Well, the Hatfield-McCoy Museum.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's over in Kentucky, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Line over in there.
Yeah.
Great one of the best movies there ever was. Starring Kevin Costner,
of course,
and of course the late great Bill Paxton.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That great series.
Well, these must be fairly new because there is one at Wheeling Heritage Port and Grandview Park. I've been to both of those multiple times. Also at Oglebay Park, and I've never seen them. So
they must be
fair, at least within the last 8 years.
Okay.
But yeah, and some of them are at lakes, some of them are on hiking trails, some of them are on the top of mountains. So I just think that would be so much fun just to drive and find all of those. Because you know how much I like to drive.
And of course, all the family is saying yes because that brings us back to Ohio,
right?
And of course, we'll have to visit before we go on our little road trip and everything. And for those that are listening, I got the dates of fall break in October.
Yeah,
and we'll probably schedule a trip up to go say hi to the family and everything during that time. So. That'll probably be a week. We won't have a show because we'll be in Ohio.
On the road.
On the road. So, but, before, we wrap things up for tonight, we've talked about, like I said, we've talked about the state of country music and everything. And, of course, the number one song in country music right now, today, is Shaboozey.
Yes.
It's like,
and as much as I hate to say it.
Number one song. And I'm like...
I love me some old school country. I love some old school country, but I also like some of the new stuff. And Shaboozey, as much as I did not even want to listen to him, It's a catchy song.
It's line dance music.
It is line dance music. I love it.
When it comes to country, that's where I kind of put that that classification in, is it falls under line dancing music. You know,
it
music
really does.
Music you can dance to.
It's a lot of fun.
That is it. But but you know, there's still, like we said, there's good old traditional sounding country music out there.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know where to look, because you're not going to hear that traditional on mainstream country radio, at least not right now.
Right.
Now, we're going to go through a cycle when
it'll be back.
The traditional sounding is going to come back.
The 90s sound is coming back.
The 90s sound is coming back. There's that big movement on there.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, next week, we'll have brand new music from Tyler Booth. Who's releasing music, speaking that 90s kind of country.
And Tyler is coming to our area.
Yes.
He's going to be in Knoxville next month, I believe.
And I've reached out, saying, you want to come a little south there, buddy?
Yeah.
So we'll see. he responded back. So you know how that normally is when you reach out and, you know, the artist actually responds back to you.
But then you got to go through his people.
Yeah, I got to go through his people.
So I'll have to message his people.
But the good thing is we have met his manager.
Yeah.
We have met his publicist.
They're very cool.
They're very, very cool people. And, you know, they gave us more time with him than they gave with a lot of people. So we had that opportunity.
And they're actually the ones who invited us to go to Knoxville to see him.
Yes.
They're the ones who let us know he was going to be there. So
so hopefully that we may be able to do that. But when it comes to traditional sounding country music, it's still out there. And here I got a song. I'm like, I heard it and I'm like, oh, Lou, this just has Lou written all over it. Just all over it. It is brand new music from an artist. Her name is Willow Avalon. And it features a Maggie Antone. And it's actually called Yodelay-Hee-Hoo.
I ain't your mama, and you ain't my man, so you aren't my problem, won't be again. But you keep knocking like I'd forget. When you start talking, it just smells like shit. So yodelay, 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 who do you think you are? With your too tight jeans and your broke down car. So yodelay, 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 why would I care? That your little band's playing bars and no one's there. And you ain't a big man by any means. The only thing that's big on you is your dreams. And if I'm honest, Lord knows I am. You were a momentary lapse of judgment I'll never understand. So yodelay, 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 who do you think you are? With your too tight jeans and your broke down car. So yodelay, 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 why would I care? About your little bands playing bars and no one's there. You can try your best, but you'll never leave that little town riding on my sleeves. Or you can tell them all that you broke my heart. But yodelay, 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 who do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Hell if I Bless this little heart. You can try your best, but you'll never leave that little town riding on my sleeves. Well, you can tell them all that you broke my heart. But yodelay, 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 who do you think you are?
Yodelay, who you think you are?
That's funny.
That is a Willow Avalon.
That is so funny. The lyrics, yeah, back in my man-hating days, I'd have played that song a lot. That little vibration in her voice.
Vibrato or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what it's called. But that little vibration in her voice reminded me of the Lollipop Guild.
Oh my gosh. Now that you say that, yes. Yeah, you're right.
That's funny.
You are in the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah. But no, that was a fun song.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, traditional country music's out there. You just gotta know where to look. And I'm like,
Right.
what? That sounds like it was done like back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Until you hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
But fun song.
It was a lot of fun.
And I can see that being a fun party song.
Oh, yeah.
That you're getting a whole crowd, into it, and then
I was sitting there thinking, Golden Girl, karaoke. Yeah.
There you go. There's your new cheater right there.
Right.
Yodelay, who he thinks he is.
Right.
With his broken down car. But, well, hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and sticking around with us tonight. I know we oftentimes get off the rails, but I'd like to think that's why you tune in, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And, of course, we have to thank our wonderful sponsors, JBL Travel Group, Goaltending Services and Outfitters, and MFG Records for all their sponsorship each and every week. And it allows us to do what we do. We encourage you, please go out and check out these amazing sponsors. And when you are planning a trip, you got to contact the pro, Joe Leo. Or Joe Legend, as Lou likes to call him, because he will hook you up. And when you're in Key West, make sure you get out there on the water with, of course, JBL or Goaltending Services, and get to the Outfitter store as well. And I'm sure Joe can help you get to Key West too. So
absolutely, they can.
So because a lot of cruise ships stop in Key West, so he can get you there.
I believe it was last year they became certified Key West travel.
Yes.
So yeah,
Joe can get you just about anywhere.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, as we talked, Beth, Travers, Dave Signs, they are everywhere. And of course, that is MFG Records Tropical. And if you are an independent artist and you're looking for somebody to take your music to the next level, well, check out MFG Records Tropical. And it's been a fun night.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like I said, our thoughts go out to Uncle Alex. Hopefully he's getting to feel better. And, of course, we're going to get to hang out and see some people on Saturday as we get ready to go. You put your foot in your mouth, so you better be up and rare and ready goes Saturday morning.
Oh, Ambassador, you're killing me.
So the Ambassador message, of course, they're going to be in the area because they're doing some things with their new property. And she's like, you want to get up and go on a walk Saturday morning? And I'm like, sure. Well, as soon as you mentioned that you were walking too, she's like, cool. Tell Lou she can come too. So
see, here's the thing.
So 6 a.m.
Lou walks at like 4 o'clock at night.
6 a.m.
6 o'clock at
Saturday morning. We're going to be up and off to the trail we go.
Okay.
So that we can step off on that trail around 7 a.m.
Okay.
See, because I am the one who got up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning to go walk. That's when I do my best walking, is first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And I actually struggle in the afternoon because of the heat and everything. But in the morning, that's when I'm in my element right there. So you put your foot in your mouth, you're going walking on Saturday. It's going to be a great day.
It really will be fun. Yeah.
So do you have any last things that you need to get off your chest for the week anyway?
Nope. I just want to tell everybody I hope that you have a wonderful week. Thanks for tuning in tonight, all you out there in Radio Land and everybody on YouTube and Facebook. We had a blast. Be kind to each other, and we will see you next week.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. And just like that, that is it for us this week. Tune in next week because we don't know what's going to happen. So if you need to find out what's going to happen, you'll have to tune in because we'll let you know. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I know it's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with his clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. Handsome tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last rhyme near closing time. The final round poured as I strung the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say